What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to kind of talk about what I'm going to be doing to get my car ready for winter. You know, I live in the mid-Atlantic region of the East Coast, and unfortunately we do actually have winters. You know, it's getting cold this week. I don't see it going over 40 degrees for any really long length of time, you know, probably for quite some time. So I've decided to go ahead and get the summer tires off the car. You know, it's time to say goodbye to the Continental Extreme Contact Sports that I've been running on the car since the beginning of August. And I'm going to be putting back on the factory brass monkey wheels with the Pirelli all-season tires that came on the car from the factory. You know, being in this area of the country, the dealers, you know, pretty much order most of their cars in this configuration, I believe. So it is what it is. The Pirelli all seasons are supposed to be halfway decent, but of course, traction is going to be for shit. Actually, even with the summer tires, the traction wasn't all that great. I know a lot of people say you have to use drag radials on these things to get any, you know, real traction out of them, but I was happy with the performance of the summer tires. They were definitely way better than the all-season Pirellis. So what I'm going to be doing is, yesterday I actually thoroughly washed and cleaned the wheels and the faces of the tires, and today I'm going to be polishing them and putting a wheel coating on the wheels themselves to try to help, you know, obviously through the winter, you know, if there's road salt and things like that to get on the wheels, that's obviously not good. Plus, anybody that has a Hellcat knows the brake dust is horrendous. So I'm hoping the coating will help keep them cleaner and help, you know, be able to get the brake dust off without a whole lot of problems. So I'm going to detail the products that I use to do this. I didn't think it was really necessary to video actually washing the wheels. I'm sure everybody has their own routine for how they choose to wash their wheels and you know, tires and things of that nature, and I'm sure everybody has their own products that they like and you know, choose to use for that stuff. So I didn't think that was necessary, but I am going to go ahead and detail the products I'm going to be using, you know, to get the wheels ready for the car, as well as the products that I used yesterday in case anybody's interested. Okay, so here's the products that I'm using to get the wheels ready to put back on the car. Yesterday I used the tire and rubber rejuvenator to clean the actual tires themselves, and the McKee's 37, these are both McKee's 37 products. And I used their foaming wheel cleaning gel to do the actual wheels themselves. The tire and rubber rejuvenator product is interesting in that the directions actually say to keep using it over and over again until the foam that is created as you're scrubbing the face of the wheel, of the tire, is actually white. So the first couple of times you do this as you're scrubbing the face of the tire, you know, it's making a brown, kind of really nasty looking foam. And then you rinse the wheel off, tire off, spray it on some more, you know, scrub some more, and you just keep that process up. You just keep scrubbing, rinsing, foaming until the foam turns white. Yesterday, these wheels, I had already done these tires previously, so I only had to you know, do that process twice on each tire. So it's an interesting product in that it helps visually, you know, really see when the tire is you know, really clean from the perspective of any previous products you might have had on the face of the tire, even the original releasing oils that they use on the form when they're making the tires, you know, that kind of stuff. So the other products I'm going to be using is this Pinnacle Black Label polish. I'm going to use that to clean both the barrel of the wheel as well as the face of the wheel. Get the surface nice and, you know, smooth and free of any, you know, dirt and contaminants. And then the actual wheel coating is also another Pinnacle Black Label product. I use that actually on the factory reproduction, you know, wheels that the Continental summer tires are on. I did coat them before putting them on the car. Seemed to do a pretty good job in helping, you know, keeping the, making it easier to get the brake dust off of the wheels. You know, it doesn't obviously stop brake dust from adhering to the wheels, but it does make it a lot easier to clean them once they're coated. And then last, what I'm going to use is the Adams Polishes VRT. Once I actually have the wheels on the car, but while I still have it in the air, I'm going to go ahead and cover you know, the face of the tires with the VRT. This VRT product, a friend of mine told me about it. I'm actually quite impressed with it. It lasts for a long time on the face of the tire, and it makes the tire look really good. It gives it more of a, it's not a really shiny or really wet look, it's kind of a flat look. You know, these Continentals actually have it on right now, and I don't know whether that's going to come through the video that well, but you know, the tire looks pretty good. You don't have to worry about it swinging off as the car is moving. You know, I've not had any issues with it, you know, showing up, you know, on the fender of the car or anything like that. And I've just been really impressed with the product. So I plan on putting that on the all seasons as well after I, you know, get everything done. I'm not going to actually video the polishing and the wheel coating. You know, I'm pretty sure people probably have a pretty good idea of how to do that. And, you know, showing it in a video would probably be pretty boring to most people. So what I'm going to do is, after I have all the wheels done and I have the car up and, you know, all the wheels are on the car, I'm going to go ahead and do a walk around of the car and show you the brass monkeys on the car versus, you know, the factory repos and the contact sports that are on there now. If anybody's, you know, interested in the process that I use, you know, let me know in the comments, and you know, I can kind of explain you know, the process. I mean, basically for the polish part, I'm just going to use a microfiber applicator pad to do the polishing. You know, microfiber towel to take the polish off, and then as far as putting the actual wheel coating on, you use a foam block. You're supposed to spray a light coating actually on the surface of the wheel as well as the surface of the block, the applicator block, and then you buff it in for like a minute, and then after you've done that, you go back over with a microfiber towel to just, you know, get any excess residue off. So it's a pretty straightforward process, but again, if you're really curious, you know, let me know in the comments. So when I come back, you'll see the wheels actually on the car and everything complete. Alright, it's been a really long day working on getting these brass monkey wheels and tires ready to go back on the car, but I'm finally finished. You can see the car is still up in the air. However, I do have all the wheels on. Sorry if you hear the heater in the garage in the background. But you can see I have put the Adams Polish VRT on the wheel, or actually the tire, and it does make the tire look pretty good. I've noticed with the Pirellis, I'm not sure if it's just the design of the sidewall or what, the VRT does actually look a lot shinier than it did on the Continentals. But I'm gonna do a quick walk around. The car looks weird with having the regular size factory wheel on the back. I'm used to the wheel actually almost coming all the way out to the mud flap. Now it's, you know, it's normal. It looks weird to me. Okay, now around to the driver's side. Okay. Pretty much the same. Again, the back just definitely looks weird after having the wider tires on for so long. I think that at some point when I'm done with these Pirellis, I might go to a wider tire. The only problem is with the brass monkey wheels, you know, being 9.5-inch wheels. You know, technically you're not supposed to go wider than 275 or 285. I know there are plenty of people on the forums that have gone up to 305, and I think I've even seen some people talking about 315s on a 9.5-inch rim. If you do it and it works, great for you. I'm certainly not going to do it because it would be my luck that I would put that size tire on that wheel, and then I'd be driving down the road and the wheel would, the tire would just come off the wheel. So, you know, if I wanted to go to a wider tire in the back on the factory rims, the brass monkey rims, I think the most I would be comfortable with is 295s. I'm not sure, you know, if the P0 all seasons come in at 295 or not. So who knows? But I think I got plenty of tread left on these. I'll probably get at least another. I'll get all this winter out of these, and probably next winter as well. So probably won't be buying any wider tires for the brass monkey wheels anytime soon. So there's the last front wheel. So like I said, the coating turned out pretty good. The VRT looks pretty good on the Pirellis. Not quite as good as it does on the Continentals, but hey, it is what it is. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel.